Welcome to the Clutch Buckets Podcast. My name is Josh Tyson.
Adam Kyle Spence.
Their profession, our passion, your court. Check ball to you, Kyle. What's good
Check
again?
Paul Tyson. How you living, brother? How was your
Man,
week?
man, out the chain, man. I can't complain, man. Hype about this new season. What's
Let's
up with
get
it,
it.
man?
Come on now. Come on. October 22nd couldn't come soon enough because
Yeah.
these preseason games
Yeah.
need to be only three and then be done. They out here doing like eight at a time, brother.
What y'all
So
doing? Right.
now having the actual season kick off with some
Mhm.
beautiful basketball, of course, we can get to the Celtics. Y'all know I'm a homer, so it's gonna happen. But before we even do that,
Yeah.
we're gonna actually tip our hats to Kevin Durant, Durantula, Slim Reaper, Easy Money Sniper, all the terms you can come up with
Deserves
for
everyone.
setting a record now.
Yeah.
The eighth player to achieve 29,000 career points in his career with the NBA. And capitalizing on that, he just got a dub against the Dallas Mavericks, and they're 2-1 in the West right now. I want to hear your thoughts on that, Tyson. Is Kevin Durant one of the best players you've ever seen in the National Basketball Association?
I mean, it's uncanny, man. It seems like this man hasn't even lost a step as he's getting older, man. He even seems like
Mhm.
he's getting better. I mean, he knows these boys can't stop him, man. I mean, he gave Luka the too small already yesterday, man, and dropped 31 on him. Now, yeah, did Luka have 40? But the 40 didn't equate to a dub.
Mhm.
KD knows how to get that dub, man. So kudos to him, man. If he continues like this, man, I mean, this guy man, the way he takes care of his health, but the way he's so dedicated to his craft is absolutely amazing, man. I love to see it, man. I love to
I
see it.
agree. I mean, this guy came off of a torn Achilles. Now, I've torn my Achilles before, Tyson. I still can't play.
Right.
And that was like 4 years ago, and ain't nothing changed. I still can't do anything. My movement is terrible. These
Right.
knees and this
Dude.
Achilles, I'm done. But this man is out here taller than I am, slimmer than I am. Tore his Achilles, came back as if nothing ever happened. He's out here
Even
getting
better.
buckets
That's
every
wild.
single time
That's
down.
wild, man. Moving the same, man. It's like his handles almost got better. I mean, the dude makes the game look so easy because he gets to a spot, pulls up, because he
Mhm.
can pull up over anybody. I mean,
You
the
know, like
dude
how
was,
they talk about Paul George and how his game is smooth. Kevin Durant
yeah,
is actually a smooth game player that actually wins on top of that. This is a
that part.
superstar in this league, yo.
That part.
MVP, Finals MVP, two championships under his wing.
There's a
He can
reason
probably
why.
get another one before he retires. I can see him getting one before LeBron gets another one.
Oh, most
That's how
definitely.
I look at it.
Most definitely. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I can fully agree with that, guy, because with with the Suns, how their roster is currently coordinated, man, I don't
Hmm.
see them getting one. Not with the Suns, man. I
Not with
don't.
the Suns,
Not
no,
with, yeah,
no,
yeah. I don't see that happening. So,
no.
but if he can move to another, Warriors need to just go ahead, break bread
Just
with him,
take
man,
him
bring him
back,
back. Just
man.
bring him back, dog.
But I agree, not with the Suns. But the reason I say that is number one, he has a mentality of I treat this game like how people in soccer or football treat theirs,
Passion,
where they're not
yes.
like so dedicated to this one team. They say I bounce around, and he has that kind of mentality. So if he just gets with the right team, plug and play, he can
Mhm.
definitely do that more than who we gonna talk about later on. So we ain't even gonna talk about them first. We got to talk about the Celtics, all right?
Yeah, talk
But
about your
first,
boys, man.
again, shout out to KD again for that marvelous achievement. Now
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics out here leading the East, of course, 3-0. We came out and just mop the floor with the New York Knicks, the
Big.
new look New York Knicks. And I thought that was such a beautiful moment.
It was.
Beyond that, we just doing what the Celtics do. We look just as prime as we were last year. It just looks like we didn't take any time off because we look like we're ready already in like mid-season form with how we're playing out here. Tyson, what do you see?
Y'all, yeah, y'all took away the light of the Knicks fans with that game, man. Because
Mm,
everybody was hyped about the Knicks coming out, man, with their fresh new look. They're like, "Oh, this gonna be our season," and y'all just came out. It's like, nope, y'all, we still here, by the way, and we
mm,
better. So, oh man, it didn't look good for the Knicks. Now, of course, they're still trying to gel with Cat. They still trying to get their foot on the ground. They still trying to get their vibe. But y'all established y'all dominancy off the break. But I love how Tatum and Brown are coming out with a chip on their
mm,
shoulder, man. Coming
mm.
out. Tatum's shot is looking so much better.
Oh
And
my
he's playing with
goodness.
a confidence, bro, I've never seen. I mean, that fire, that passion is there. He's going out there like, y'all can't stop me. Yeah, y'all
Right,
know y'all can't stop me. And I'm going to
right.
show y'all what's up, what I'm really about. He's playing as if all that weight is off his shoulder. He won the championship. Now it's time to go ham.
MVP
Oh,
level?
if he keeps playing the way he does, man, I can't see why not. Like
Okay.
this guy, man, is out. I mean, that it's to a point where the defense, every time there's a screen, both of them are pushing all the way up because his shot is so deadly right now. But
Mm,
not with the handles, being able to break screen. Of course, his passing is exceptional. Right now, I'm seeing a new level of maturity with Tatum, just in
okay.
his decision making on the court, making the right passes, the right reads, being in the right spots. Dude, it was great to see. But just the Celtics all around, man. Yeah, I mean, the way this it's incredibly fluid
Mm.
how the offense is moving. I mean, it's off the chain. And of course, the defense is always gonna be there. And y'all doing all this without Porzingis.
Yes. And we actually doing it without I would say our eighth man off the bench, Sam Hauser, who is a
Oh
marksman.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
three-point marksman.
Yeah. Three-point
He's
assassin.
out with some
Hmm.
lower back discomfort. So
Right.
2 games he's out, and we're still doing this. Like
And y'all still
we
almost making 3-point records.
and like, come on now. Like, man, that lid on that rim was real in the first game.
Uh,
I was like, y'all
uh,
can't get this 30 shot to drop no matter
no
what.
matter what.
So, but either way, again, I agree with you. I think this is an MVP season for Jason Tatum. I
Hmm.
think that he looks prime. He looks well oiled. He has his shot doesn't really look that different to me. It's just that he's not taking it from his kneecaps and trying to shoot. He's
I think
actually
that's a
coming from
big
the shaft.
difference
Huge
because
difference
that's
because
like a
it's a quicker
5 second
release.
windup.
It is. And I don't know how people haven't swiped down on that the
Right.
entire time that he was in this
All
league.
right.
But this has a quicker release, a higher
Hmm.
arc, and it's really looking pure right now.
It
And if he
is
can keep that up, oh my goodness. And he's playing within the
dominant.
system. He's not trying to say, I'm gonna get my 37 points
Yo,
and everyone doesn't eat. Everyone's
yo,
eating.
everybody's eating. And that's the difference, Kyle. He's doing this, he's dominating without forcing it.
Hmm.
And that shows, man, true marksmanship and true maturity, understanding the game. Like his IQ
Exactly.
of the game is getting better and better, man. It's
So
great to
that
see.
wrist looking good then, because he used to have a wrist issue. He always used to
Hmm.
wear a brace on his hand. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to get season-ending surgery for that, everything. Now, speaking of surgery,
Mm.
Lonzo Ball from the
My
Chicago
boy
Bulls
back.
is finally back.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
back, Lonzo
Yes,
Ball.
sir.
And let me be clear, Tyson. Lonzo Ball was one of my favorite out of that draft. All
Mm.
right, next to Jason Tatum, I guess. But one of my favorite out of that draft because I love how he handles the ball. I love his court vision. I like his
Yep.
basketball IQ. I
Yep.
like his defensive prowess. I hated his shot, and that's fine. He was a type
He's
of
improved
player
it though.
where he was like a point guard,
Right. Right.
genuine,
Genuine.
pure point
Hmm.
guard.
Hmm.
And so it's just beautiful to see that he's back. He's not playing all the
Yes.
games,
Right. And
He's only
he's
played
coming off
two
the
of
bench
them.
too. He's coming off the bench too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
man,
But it just looks good. It just feels good to
it's
see
good
him
to have him
knocking
back.
down some shots
Right.
really still has that ability. So welcome back. Now the Bulls in and of themselves, though,
That's gonna be
they're
tough,
one
man.
and two right
Hmm.
now. What do you see?
Yeah.
Do you see that they can turn this around?
Man. So I think, man, the elephant in the room, man, the biggest hurdle we're going to have to overcome is all the trade talks with
with
about
Zach
Zach
Levine.
LaVine, man.
Mhm.
So they were trying to get rid of this dude the entire time. And he has to come back in that same locker room, in that same organization, knowing they were trying to get rid of him. That's
Mhm.
tough mentally, man. Like, so
Yeah.
how, especially as Zach LaVine, how can I, turn my focus to trying to win with this team, knowing y'all don't want me? That's tough. So
Mhm.
I see them doing, you know, best that they can, but it's not like there's going to be any real zeal, real heart and passion, man, trying to make it to the playoffs and trying to get to that next level, man. I don't see it.
Do you think if he was committed to the Chicago Bulls, they
Mm.
could make the playoffs?
Be honest, man, I don't know. If we had this DeRozan, especially with Lonzo Ball, I think so. But I don't see how this team currently constructed can do it. I don't
Mhm.
think we have enough talent, enough pieces,
Mhm.
and the way the East is such a beast right now, man. I don't. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough, man.
If they don't blow it up by this end of this season, Tyson, they're gonna be
Gonna be a
kind of like
problem.
what the Pistons were last year.
Gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
Gonna be a problem. But I
So
don't. I don't
I
know,
don't
man.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I don't know, but we'll keep an eye on them. Maybe they can kind of have a little winning spree on the horizon. But when we talking about like young, skill, talent that we're still kind of keeping our eyes on, I got to look at the Oklahoma City
Oh
Thunder, man.
man.
Now, I think they only played 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, and
So
they're
dominance
two
those
and
two
zero.
games. Oh,
They're dominant.
easy,
They're
easy
dominant.
2-0. They blew out the Bulls.
Yes,
Blew out my
yes, they
boys,
did.
man, with ease. I mean, with ease, but the consistency all
Mhm.
around. It's not just one person dominating.
Right.
There were three people who scored over 20 points on the Thunder. You got Jay Williams, who's being shy, Holmgren really coming into himself. Like he's finding
Mhm.
his right spots. He's not forcing it too much. And then you got, Caruso, that veteran presence on defense,
Mhm.
man, is so
Mhm.
crucial, man. So
I
crucial.
agree
He
with
doesn't even
that.
have to really score to make an impact because they're flying everywhere on defense.
Mhm.
Nobody's really getting any easy buckets on the other side, man. It's like these young boys are a problem. And the crazy thing is, they're just coming into themselves. They haven't
Yes.
even matured yet, bro. And they're already that last year, bro. They were 1 point away,
Mhm.
2 points away from a Western Conference, um, from the Western Conference Finals. Like these,
Mhm.
they ready. They hungry. They want it. They felt what they know what it feels like, and they hungry for it, man. I love it, bro. And the dog and Shay,
Yes.
he don't say much, but he gonna he gonna show it on the court. I love
He
it.
does. I like Jalen Williams. I
Hmm.
think that it doesn't take much for him to be a 20 point averaging 20 points in this league
Mm-mm.
at all. I really don't. I think he came right underneath that last
Yeah,
year. And if he just gets his 3 point shot this season settled,
yeah.
he should be kind of getting that up there with SGA and Chet Holmgren.
Hmm.
Chet out here doing what he's supposed to be doing at his
Hmm.
height and his
Right,
length.
right.
And that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
okay, you're
enough.
actually
Yes.
rebounding this ball. You're getting
Yes, that's the
16
problem.
rebounds, I think, last
16.
game. Come on,
Easy.
man.
Getting a couple blocks, steals. By the way, people sleeping on SGA's defense as well. They do have 4 steals other day,
Yeah,
man.
he's a
So
good defender. He's
yeah,
a good wing defender
yeah.
too. So I think that they're going to be a problem. I want to see what Caruso does in the playoffs. I
Hmm.
think he can coast primarily throughout the regular season, but that playoff run, I need to see him step up. For
Yeah.
now, just get acclimated, you know what I mean? So I look forward to seeing those guys hoop in the West. But we talking about the West, let's stay there for a little bit because we're going to
Yeah.
talk about the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors with the
Mm,
revamp. You don't have the Splash Brothers anymore, but you do have a
mm.
buddy. And in this case,
Ah,
we have Buddy Heel out
yes,
here doing the
sir.
Lord's work.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to the 242 because he is a Bahamian and
Mm,
he has backfilled what Klay Thompson has provided to this
yeah.
team thus far
Yeah.
in really incredible ways. I think he had 27 points in his most recent
Man.
game
Yes,
against the
sir.
Jazz when they blew them out. What are you seeing with the Warriors overall, and what are you seeing with this addition?
Man, I honestly didn't see this, man. I was a critic, especially of Buddy Hill, because the Sixers didn't really believe in him last year, especially
Mhm.
in the playoffs, man.
No.
And in the past, what I've seen from Buddy Hill, he's not a really defensive threat. He's not
Mhm.
locking anybody up on defense. So I was saying, I was like, you know what? I mean, he'll be a good option, but he'll give you maybe two, three threes a game, but he's not gonna make such an impact. Man, was I wrong? I mean, this is coming off the bench. He's giving 27, 10 for
Come
14,
on.
7 for 9 from the
Come
three.
on
But it's
now.
beautiful, man, because the looks he's getting, and the way he's moving,
That's exactly the
that
point.
is moving without the ball is beautiful. So
Exactly.
that's just flowing into the Warriors' whole strategy. What they've been doing for
Hmm.
years is like this is the perfect place for Buddy Hill. It's like this is what his game has been the whole time. This dude
Yeah.
acting like he's been the Warriors for a decade. Yeah,
Right.
Warrior for a decade. I love it. I mean, he just
Yeah.
came in and just it looks natural for him.
He's
It's
going
not even forced.
he's going to eventually settle out, right?
Hmm.
Because there's no way you're going to maintain the three-point
Nah,
average that
yeah,
you're currently shooting at. He's like at
yeah.
75%. It's ridiculous how
It's
well he's shooting
insane.
the ball.
It's
It's going
insane.
to come to earth at some point.
Hmm.
But what you pointed out was the moving
Hmm.
without the
It's
ball.
essential.
It's like he was practicing with Stephen Curry before he even met Stephen
Yeah,
Curry.
bro.
And he has that motor right now. He's moving. He's actually just making it difficult for his defenders to stay
Hmm.
on him. And so when he's getting these looks, he's already have an exhausted defender trying to keep a hand in his face.
Right, right.
Come on,
And
man. I
it
love that.
seems, man, he can roll to the basket a little bit better than Clay.
Yeah.
Like his finishing at the rim is even better.
His
So
knees are better.
your knees
His
are better.
knees are
Yeah,
better. I
there you
think he's
go.
probably stronger than Klay Thompson as well. And
Hmm.
if you actually have a shot, which he's showing that he has right now,
Yeah.
that's a very great complementary piece to
Hmm.
Stephen Curry. And I know this is something you were worried about before the season started to say,
Hmm.
what we doing? Who we
Right.
gonna
But
get
what's
to
what's the
kind of pair
problem?
off with Steph?
Yeah.
But Steph, I think, is kind of cruising right now.
He's chilling. He's
Right?
chilling.
He's
I
just
mean, they
chilling.
winning. They winning. Yo, what's somebody I do want to see really step up, man? Because this is what they made the investment in, and who
Hmm.
they're giving money for, who they didn't want to give up in trades is Kaminga. He ain't been
Yeah.
stepping up, man. He been struggling. Two points, man.
Yeah,
The other
he
day,
could struggle.
yeah, 2 points the other day, and yeah, he just hasn't
But he
been
had 9 points
dominant.
or something. Let me see what he
Yeah, and the
had.
time before, I'm like, yo, you supposed to be the next one up. Like they put money into you, 10 points the other game. Like, I don't know, man. He's not making much of an impact, man. He's
But
not.
to be fair, I look at it with most of the players right now. You're not in midseason form. I shouldn't expect you to be in midseason form.
Yeah.
And if you really haven't like had any opportunity to do what you wanted to do as far as game speed during the summer, I'm gonna give you at least 12 to 20 games. And
Uh,
if you are not producing at that point, you're not probably going to get there. You're
so
not going to get there.
I feel you. I feel you. What I think they're still trying to figure out his role.
Mhm.
What is his role? Is he a shooter, a slasher? Is he a 101, taking it to the basket? He's not a post-up player, so he has to come. dribble off ball?
Mhm.
Is he the, come off a screen and come off pick screen, say off the free throw line, take it to the hole? Like,
Mhm.
what is he, man?
I don't
That's
know.
I don't I
This is
can't,
your team. You're supposed to tell
bro.
me.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I don't. Where does he fit in?
Mhm. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. You know who hasn't gotten up to game speed yet either? At least, let me take that back. I want to see, I'm just going to switch subjects real quick. I just want to see what the Heat are going to do. I finished the starting five, just real quick. I finished the
Yeah,
starting five. I don't like Jimmy Butler. That's just what it is. It is what it is. Not necessarily a fan of him. Um,
about your
I
boy
want to see
Rozier.
him heat up. Pardon?
Who heat up?
No, I love Terry Rozier.
Oh
That's my
yeah,
guy.
bet that,
But
bet
I
that.
just want to see what they're when they heat up, no pun intended. I really want to see them
Nah.
get to that, like, are y'all really gonna make noise in the East? Because I feel as though they've been talking about trying to gear up for this season longer
Yeah,
than most or more loudly
bad.
than most. And,
Mm,
I think they're what, 1-1 right now. I'm just talking about players who usually kind of cruise through the regular season
they
and then
do
they kind of put their foot on the gas at the
and
end of
turn
the
it up.
season and into the playoff. That's what
Hmm.
Jimmy Butler tends to do. And I'm kind of likening that to Kaminga, where I'm like, if you're going to
Mm,
not play seriously throughout the season, more than likely, you're not Jimmy Buckets. You're not going to just turn it on for the postseason. All of a sudden, you out here
yeah,
hooping. You need to actually establish your dominance from now. But I just real quick wanted to point out that I really am interested in what the Miami Heat are going to do this season. That's it. That's
really.
all.
I'm
That's
surprised they
it. That's
intrigue you that
all.
much. Hmm.
And they intrigue me because I want them to lose. And we're gonna get to some others who I want to lose too. So I'm not gonna hold it. We're gonna move on to the Timberwolves that have acquired Julius Randle out here. And it looks
Hey,
like he is fitting in pretty decently.
hey, I didn't. What you think, man?
I don't like him either. I'm not a
Uh,
good gauge, man. I don't like him either. I think, but he's playing well. I think he had 26 the last game out here. I just him handling the ball is just irking me anytime that he has the
it's.
ball in his hand, man. I think that's
You
what
think it's gonna
really
be
is
a turnover, a
confusing.
bad shot?
That's
Yes,
all I be looking
yes,
at. It's like, I don't like this. And this is really why. And
yeah.
only for that reason and that reason alone, where I'm like, all right, how does he gel with them? But they're really looking,
Mm.
they're playing well with him. They look like they're playing well with him. I think they just, who did they beat? The Raptors, I think,
Mm.
yesterday.
Yeah, and I was the biggest critic of this trade because my issue with Randall is, especially he clogs that space on the inside, man. And you got Rudy Gobert and Randall down there in the paint
Yeah.
clogging up the space. How's Ant gonna work? But
Mhm.
God, they've been opening up the floor. Randall's been opening the floor. He's been shooting a bunch of
He's
threes.
been shooting a bunch of
Like,
threes. That's
yo,
his
he
thing.
the
That's
other day
him.
versus the Kings, the dude had 33 points. He was 5 for 6 from 3-point line. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I need to sit back and rethink this, reevaluate my opinion because that was my
Maybe.
whole thing, especially with ball movement. He's not one
Mhm.
to move the rock. He's not one to move without the ball. He's not one to really make good passes, turning
Mhm.
off the ball. And he's been proving me wrong on all points, on all aspects. The dude's been moving without the ball. He's been moving the rock. He's not. His first instinct isn't to just go ahead and shoot
Mhm.
that thing or take it down low like the dude, I mean, he's been opening up the paint for Ant-Man. I'm like, all right, my dude, that's what's
All
up.
right. All
He
right.
proved me wrong. I
Yeah,
know, man.
okay.
Hey, look, Cal,
Okay.
I gotta give
All I'm
props and
saying
props
is
are
I'm
due.
not impressed yet. I don't see him.
Look.
Does he do anything for you defensively?
So, okay, on the other side of it, on the defensive end, he hasn't been a liability, but it's not like he's been blocking shots. You know what I mean? But he
Okay,
hasn't been getting steals for real, blocks for real. But that's more Gobert. You know what I mean? You're not looking at Randall for the defensive side as long as he's not a ridiculous liability. As long as another player isn't going 10 points straight on him. You know what I
sure.
mean? So I
I'll
think
put
he
it
can
this way.
fit. Go ahead.
I'll just put it this way. Because he's outside all the time, his average on rebounds is gonna drop.
That's
He's not
true.
gonna have an offensive rebound presence.
Mhm.
He's certainly not great at like stealing the ball or anything like
No,
that.
no, no,
His
no, no,
assists will never exceed five
no, no, no.
in a season. He's still averaging about 2 to 3 turnovers a game.
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
see the offensive side of things. I'm not necessarily
Yeah.
seeing the defensive side of things. And he's going to, again, like Buddy Hield, he's going to come down to earth.
Mhm.
But so far, it's working out for them.
It
And
is.
that's what you want. If you want somebody to replace Cat and this person's actually playing well, Anthony Edwards as a superstar on that team, you can't ask for better than that right now.
No, you
So
can't.
that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, this could possibly work.
It,
So
as of right now,
shout out to Randall.
shout out to Randall. As of right now, it looks like the Timberwolves won this trade. I didn't think I was ever gonna say that, but dude, I don't like the
Only because of
movement.
DiVincenzo. He was the X factor for y'all.
And he's been balling. I mean, he's been
He's been
balling
balling. Yeah,
too.
16
Off the
points
bench,
last game.
16 points. I mean, 5 for 15. That's a struggle.
No,
But
that's gonna be his average.
yeah,
But he was who
but on the
he's a good
defensive
X
end, he's
factor.
a great defensive piece to
Yeah,
bring in,
yeah.
especially with the Timberwolves play. So I'm with it. But yo, my main thing was ball movement and
Hmm.
Anthony Edwards getting into the paint. Like, how's the ball really gonna move with Randall
Right.
and
Gobert.
Gobert in there?
Right.
But dude, it's been working. McDaniel's been going ham. He been getting about like, yeah, all right. I don't know,
Okay.
Kyle.
We'll see.
I
We'll
don't
see.
know.
I'm gonna
Oh, I
keep my
love
eye on them.
Ant-Man too. He's improved his three. His confidence shot up
Yeah.
to a whole nother level with the
Yeah.
Olympics. So
Yeah.
he's gonna be a problem this year too.
I'm liking that too. I
Mm.
still like AE out here. Now, if you're talking about still in the West, Zion Williamson, who has always
Hmm.
had this burgeoning idea of being one of the MVPs in this league,
Yeah,
they're doing all right. I think was it Brandon Ingram that had to save the day
he
recently in
did.
that game, shot
Versus Portland.
winning.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's some behind the scenes messiness that's
Oh
going on, but
yeah,
that's
baby
besides
mama
the
drama.
point. Yes, that's besides the point. Can Zion stay healthy? What do you think, Tyson?
But he didn't play that first game, did he? He came back for the second game.
Yeah.
Um,
Did he play
but
the first game?
no, he ain't played the first game. He was out. But so I think that's a question every year. Can he stay healthy? Can he stay away from the shrimp balls, man, on a regular basis? Can he stay away from all jambalaya, fried foods, right? Like it really comes down to what you're putting in your body on a regular basis, man,
Mhm,
and your effort to your dedication, to working out on a daily basis. The regimen,
mhm,
man, it's the regimen every day. Are you going to put the same type of care? Like we see his passion when he's on the court. The man loves the game. Are you going to put in that passion every day outside of the game?
mhm.
So it comes down
I
to it.
don't think I don't think he's gonna stay healthy. I'm
Mm,
just leave it at that. He's gonna be what Joel Embiid is, what Paul George is, what Chris
mm,
Paul is to the
that's
league,
tough.
where it's like, man, you really should be out here, but no, no, I don't think he's gonna stay
Does
healthy.
it look to you like he lost weight?
He never looks like he's lost weight. This is what
Ever.
annoys me about
Like, oh,
social
I can't
media.
stand it.
You
I
know
can't
this
stand
cycle of Ben Simmons shooting threes, Zion Williamson has lost weight, Paul George says he's back. Like there's certain things in this league where you know that this is when the regular season about to start.
it.
And this is so annoying
It's
to see
incredibly annoying,
because he
dude. It
don't
looks like
look
he gained
any
weight.
differently.
He looks like he gained weight. I'm like, dude,
He
this
looks
is
the
just
same to
wild.
me,
That's
and
wild.
either he's lost weight, but because in this era everything gets shorter and tighter, so you
Yeah.
can't tell the difference, or he simply didn't lose weight.
Right,
It
man.
doesn't matter.
Right.
He's shooting 4 for 15 out there. He needs to
Right.
get back into game shape regardless. But I'm not
Right.
gonna hold it, Tyson, because I want to get to three more things at least.
Man.
One, are the Kings who they think they are?
Man,
Me? No.
not at all. Mm-mm.
No.
They thought they were. Why you say no though?
Because I thought DeMar DeRozan was not even a good trade, honestly, if I'm being honest. For what for that team,
For that
what was
team.
he going to provide with Malik Monk, Harrison Barnes, De'Aaron Fox already there? Keegan
Right.
Murray was one of those great shooters there. You got
Mhm.
Sabonis. What were you going to add to that team that they didn't already have?
They already had Fox clogging up the paint. Yeah, I mean, DeRozan's not a three-point shooter, so nobody's going out there to defend that. Like,
Right.
I
So,
understand.
so you just making it difficult on yourself. I don't see this trade working so far. I'm not saying that because they're losing that's why. I just simply don't see it. I don't
Mm-mm.
see it.
Mm-mm.
All right. What do
And
you
that's why
think,
they 0 for
Tyson?
2. That's why they 0 for 2. I mean, I'm with you all day.
Okay.
I don't, man, it's like going into, man, it's because it's all about space. You know, it's all about space in the NBA, man. And DeRozan has to be around the free throw line. That's where his bread and butter is. But
Mhm.
so does Fox.
Yeah.
And Fox goes off momentum. You know, Sabonis and Fox run off those pick and rolls all day.
Hmm.
So now the man who's on DeRozan can come in
Yep.
and help on those pick and rolls all day. You know, and where's the spacing in that? I mean, you got
True.
Herter, his man is staying on him, you know, but I don't know, man. It feels like it clogs up the paint a little bit too much. And the
I don't see it.
and the flow, man, like
Thank
the
you.
Kings, you know, they're all about ball movement. DeRozan's not one to
Right.
move without the ball. He needs the rock to set up his play.
Right.
Set up his 101
Especially if you're talking about pacing too. DeRozan slows him down.
all day. Your Fox pushes that rock. When's the last time you seen DeRozan on a fast break?
Not with these untied laces of his, I don't want to see it too much.
Right.
So
You say he been playing like that since what, high
it's
school,
a high
man.
school, man. So it
Listen.
is what it is. But if we
Mm,
staying out west, we're gonna talk about four more. One real point
mm,
of to note. I look forward to seeing what Ja Morant has for this season. It's about time that he gets back. I hated that in the preseason he even sprained his ankle. So I just
mm,
want him to get really back, like officially back into his bag. I want to see this guy flourish because he has a game that translates to being possibly superstar level. And so far, he's
mm.
been doing pretty well within the 3 point line, you know. So
Yeah,
outside the 3 point line, my goodness, he still needs to work on that because he's not a good 3 point shooter.
that's rough.
So I like to see him settle down,
Mm.
get off these turnovers, start pushing the rock. But the Memphis Grizzlies in totality, they look actually pretty good. What do you think?
What are your thoughts? Can Ja be the face of the league?
Yeah,
You
I
can.
think he can, but it's
I
going to be about 6 years from now.
I still don't think his mentality is there, man. I mean, he was on
6 years from
Instagram.
now.
He was still on Instagram, bro. You know, a couple weeks ago, still with the grills and all that. It's like, bro, who you still trying to portray an image? That's
Mhm.
not you, bro. Like, I don't. And for me, man, it goes back to mentality. Like, what are you trying to portray? Are you a baller? Are we gonna go all in on the balling side? You trying to make a name for yourself and solidify yourself in this league as one of the best players,
Right.
or is it about the streets?
It's about the image
Streets
it could do.
that you don't come from. Like, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. It's the focus for me, Kyle. Like, what are we gonna put your energy in? Is it gonna
Mhm.
be in the game that you say you love to excel to that next level, or is it gonna be in these streets that you care so much about? That's my thing. I don't know, man.
We gonna find out
You'll find out.
because we've gone through court cases, think pieces. interviews, Jalen Rose out here trying to be Malcolm X to the brother. We're gonna see where his mind is, but I can see in six
Yeah.
years if he actually focuses, he'll
Yeah.
actually be something in this league. So
Hmm.
real quick, Los Angeles
Real
Lakers are
short.
out here 3-0. Congratulations to them. JJ Redick seems to be doing a decent job so far, but I think that the fall is going to happen at some point and some point
Yeah.
soon. But
Yeah.
for right now,
Well,
LeBron James has certainly turned back the hands of time. Anthony Davis is out here balling, and he can definitely be in the MVP conversation,
mm,
especially considering that Jokic is probably not if the Nuggets continue to lose as they are. But right now, if this hype is real, we gonna see. We gonna see. So kudos to them or whatever for for doing what I guess they supposed to be doing right now. Do you think that the hype is real for JJ Redick, Tyson? We ain't
uh,
gotta stay
I
long on
mean, we
this.
ain't, dude. I mean, they're winning, so I guess the hype can be real as long as they keep winning, man. I
As
mean,
long as
everybody
they
said
keep
there's a
winning,
lot of
right?
in-game adjustments that he's doing, So, but like you said, on everybody's on the high right now. The Buddy Hills, but eventually it has to come
Come
back
down to
down to
earth.
reality. So we'll see once it comes back down to reality, man. If he's really making the impact people say he is. So
Yeah, you gonna see.
we'll see.
Anyway, so the
Anyway,
Mavs. So the Mavs are here picking up Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson is actually doing the Lord's work, man. I thought that he was looking kind of shaky in the preseason, but
he
nah,
was.
his stats have actually gotten better.
Yeah,
The Mavs, I think they're 2-1 with him on their roster,
yeah.
but he's averaging what 20 points a game. He's shooting 50% from three over the course of those two
Doing this
games
thing.
that he's played, and I'm liking what I'm seeing there, at least from an offensive standpoint. So, what do you see, Tyson? Do you think that Klay Thompson is, in fact, a good pickup for the Dallas Mavericks?
I mean, for the Dallas Mavericks, it was a great pickup. I mean, they need a three-point shooter, man. And the way that they double Luka on a regular basis, man, his options, I mean, it just opens the floor wide open. I mean, it seems like they're getting some good momentum too, man. They're really feeding off each other. There was one play where Luka passed it to
And then looked
Clay
away and
and then
ran
looked
down.
away. I was like, I mean, that's all the chain. The faith, because it's really all about the confidence, man,
Yeah,
that your
yeah,
players put into you. And if you could gain that confidence, they got no issue with you shooting. They already know you're gonna shoot. They believe in you.
yeah,
That puts your confidence to a different level. And coming off of a situation with Clay where the Warriors really it didn't seem like they were believing in him. Him coming off the bench, to them not paying him the money that he wanted, now coming to a team that seems to really want you, believes in you and letting you shoot lights out. I mean, his confidence is going to shoot up, man. I mean, I think the Mavs going to be a problem with that.
I
With
think
that
they
going on.
can because Luka's also kind of gunning for MVP this
Hmm.
year. So
Yeah,
I can see them being a problem for real, for real.
yeah.
And of course, Kyrie wants to try and continue to prove himself as
Hmm.
one of the best players in the league.
I don't think that's.
Last, what's that?
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The last team we're gonna close on is the former champs, not this year, but Denver Nuggets,
Mhm.
with is Jokic a three-time MVP?
3 times.
3 times. First of all, we're gonna have to have a conversation about these MVPs and how they're listing these candidates and winners. Because, kind of looking at how many MVPs certain people have had in this league, from Jordan forward to
Yes.
now 3 times MVP in Nikola Jokic. That's besides the point. Currently, though,
Hmm.
they're not. They're not playing that well. I think they're 0-2 right now. And
Yeah,
if you lose to the Clippers, then yikes.
it's
So
tough.
even and then, I think Jokic had like career high 7 threes or
Yeah,
something
he
like that
did.
that he did.
Yeah.
So is there a panic button that we should be pressing right now, Tyson, or what?
I mean, it's Denver, man, and they're always gonna be kind of consistent. They might have a couple. It's not like they played terrible. I
Mhm.
mean, Jokic went off. Murray had a good game. Brown and Gordon were all right. But Powell went off, and when Powell gets
How
hot,
does
it's a
Powell get
wrap.
37 points?
But Powell does that. That's power.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
I
but you
agree.
for offense, I mean, that's power. But at the same time, if you know Powell's getting hot, it's time to double him because he's not a great passer. So
Yeah,
it's time to. I mean, the dude had 0 assists.
yeah.
Zero. He's not a good passer. What are y'all doing on defense? That's my question. What are y'all doing on defense, man, to handle that?
I'll
So
tell you what they're doing on defense. Can I answer that real quick?
yes, please, please.
They have Russell Westbrook now that's playing
I
roughly
was gonna get to
20
that,
minutes a game, and his plus minus is minus 18, I think, right now. I just
dude.
wanted to make sure that, viewers are aware
Dude,
what is happening with this
dude.
edition.
Can
So
we talk about that? Let's throw
let's
that out
talk
there.
about it. We'll
Because
close on it.
we'll
How about
close on
that?
it.
Let's
I
close
mean,
on that real
think
quick.
about our previous podcast. We were talking
Yes.
about journeyman.
Yeah.
One of the main ones was Russell
Russell
Westbrook and
Westbrook
what he
graduated to a
provides.
journeyman.
Oh, yes, congratulations. His diploma is in the mail, by the way.
Yes.
And what do we see here? Last game, he came out, he played 19 minutes, dude had 2 points.
Hmm.
0 for 8
Hmm.
from field goal. 0 for
Hmm.
8. Like,
Yep.
I was watching some of the game, and yo, some of these shots, not even just shots, some of these drives to the basket are looking incredibly wow. It's not
Hmm.
even close
No.
to the basket. I'm like,
No.
wait, what's going on? So we're talking about his impact on the court, right? All right. So he had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 0 for 8 in 19 minutes.
Hmm.
Now we got to give it to him. He had 2 steals, 1 block. Cool.
Hmm.
A minus 13 out there. I
Hmm.
mean, dude, like and that's what we're saying, man, especially with these journeymen. What impact is he having on the game? How is he improving your team? And
Hmm.
honestly, bro, I'm not like that was just versus the Clippers. We can go back and we can talk about what he did versus the Thunder. And what I see, Russell Westbrook in 21 minutes, 6 points,
Hmm.
2 for 10.
Hmm.
First of all, why are we even shooting at this point, man? Let's just be a facilitator. You know what I mean? 5 rebounds, 2 turnovers. But y'all, it's the plus minus that gets me. And that's one of the main things that we brought up with the journeyman, like how your impact, your plus minus. This dude was a minus 24,
24.
the worst on the team.
Hmm.
I,
I'm
I,
gonna hit the Drewski.
I,
I'm gonna hit the. I'm
I,
just saying.
I'm
I'm
just
just
I'm
saying.
just saying what if this is what my main issue is. Like, what are these GMs seeing in terms of bringing him on there, like his impact, or like we need him, like he'll be our spark off the bench. What is he providing? What is the spark?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out. But
We gonna figure it out
maybe that's
together.
the
That's
issue with the
what.
Nuggets right now.
Maybe. You never know.
You never know.
You
I might be
never
wrong,
know
but you
because
never
these
know.
these 20 minutes y'all are giving him might just be more
20 minutes.
detrimental than it is helpful. So you
20
never
minutes.
know, right? Well, that's the end of our podcast today.
Bruh,
That's how we gonna
it's tough to
end it,
see, man. I ain't
man.
gonna lie to you. It's
That's
tough.
how we gonna end it. Because
Yeah.
we have roughly 80 games left that we are going
We
to
got a
kind
long
of
way to go.
bounce around the league and we're going to talk about as we continue this season because I look at this, Tyson, as our second season. So welcome to the
Yes,
second
sir.
season
Yes,
of the
sir.
Clutch Buckets podcast. And we love the fact that you guys have been rocking with us and tuning in. And so everything is going to continue as we
All
look at
day.
this new 2024-2025 NBA season around the league.
Hmm.
So yeah, Be sure to like, comment,
Please do.
share, and subscribe.
I do
My
want to
name
say
is
one
Kyle
thing real quick.
Spence. Go ahead,
I
Tyson.
am Josh Tyson, but I do want to say, y'all, if y'all have any comments, suggestions for us, y'all, please put it in the comment section. We'll definitely shout you out, and we'll try and bring it up in our next podcast. So
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all
Absolutely.
tuning in.
All right. Y'all take it easy. We out here. Peace.